Welcome back to In Business. I'm David Wojcik. Small business, and in particular, the family business, is the backbone of our society and culture. Many a parent has started, toiled, and worked themselves to the bone in order to make a better life for their family and eventually pass on the family business to their children. Some children are happy to take over the business, many are not, and then some are not given a choice. That's the case with my guest Imran Hasan when his father and founder of the business, Mashkur Hasan, decided it was time to transition the business to his son. If you would like to ask a question, make a comment, or join the conversation, you can call us at 905-848-5483. That's 905-848-LIVE. Or you can tweet your question to @DavidWojcik or use the hashtag RTVInBusiness. Thanks both for you for coming in and chatting with us about the family business. First of all, Mashkur, tell us about the business. You started it how many years ago, and like how'd you get started in this business?
Well, by the way, do you want to tell me that from the beginning before the immigration, or just in Canada?
In Canada, when you
in
started
Canada.
here in
I
Canada.
came in Canada in 1973.
Uh-huh.
And I brought my two children very young, and I was first. I started the work in Toronto, and my idea was always that I will start business someday.
Mm-hmm.
But at that time, I could not start the business, but I was employed somewhere else. Yeah.
Right. So when you're building this business over a number of years, when do you bring Imran? And we don't mean to speak about you like you're not here. When did you decide that it was going to be a good thing to bring your son into the business?
Well, it is in 91, I think, mm-hmm. when I was working somewhere, and my health was not very good. So I thought that now it should be introduced to Imran, and he was in those days just completed his grade 13, mm-hmm. and then he started the business.
So Imran, what did you do when you first came in? Did you sweep floors, empty garbage pails, or did you start right at the top?
No, I'd say, David, I started off in the warehouse, picking and packing and shipping, and I got enough courage to get on the phone and start talking to customers. Mm-hmm. And before I knew it, I felt very comfortable in that human interaction, mm-hmm. and it was sort of a natural progression to going from the warehouse into the operations and eventually to the front office.
Now, Mashkur, when you started the business, did you always have it in mind that, and you have another son, Norm, that's in the business as well. Did you always have it in mind that you were building this business for your sons to take over? Was that always in the back of your mind?
No, of course. Always I thought that for my sons, I will never let them do the work somewhere, but they should be in the business. They must grow the business.
And Imran, did you always believe that you would take the business over from Dad, or was this just kind of something you were doing part-time and then you figured, oh, well, one day I'll go off and do my own thing?
Well, I think it all started with my brother and I having a paper route. And so that was our first business experience, mm-hmm. together. And we had no idea what Dad was doing. We often thought he would be moving stuff from the trunk of the car to the basement of the house, and then eventually got a warehouse because Mom got fed up with it. And it just, it became one day a conversation where Dad said, so are you moving on to, university, and are you going to be pursuing your post-secondary education, or did you want to take a try at the business? And I thought, boy, this sounds too good to be true. Let's take a run at it. So mm-hmm. he handed me the keys, and from there on in, it was just smooth sailing.
Now, was it that drastic a switch over, or did you work together for a number of years? Like after you gave you the keys to the car, did you work together for a number of months after that, or did Mashkur, did you just say, well, here's the keys, I'll see you later, son, I'm out of here?
No. I still work. I never retire. Uh-huh. Always in my mind that the work must be done all the time. Our team is so good combination that I am engineer, he is in the sales, and the Norman is look after the warehouse and internal business. So we worked together for some time, and then it is, I think, about 95, then when Imran completely take over.
Now, how comfortable were you just saying, son, it's yours, I have complete faith in you, or were you still looking over his shoulder, making sure he was doing things right?
Well, Dad made a statement like this. He said, if you succeed, we all succeed. If you fail, we all fail. So there was really no pressure at all.
That is the thing.
You have the entire set of family jewels in your pockets.
Absolutely.
And you're going to determine the fate of the family. Let me ask you about your brother Norm. What's it like working with your brother? Because he's the younger brother.
That's
so
right.
he was always looking up to you, I'm sure, as you were his idol growing up. What's it like to work with him in the business?
Well, first and foremost, he's my best friend. And there are so many benefits in working together with family. There's that loyalty, there's the trust, there's that collaboration that Dad mentioned earlier about, his background is IT and mine sales and marketing and Dad's engineering. So, it's such a diverse and unique combination there. It really helps to build that business exponentially. So
Right.
him coming into the business, we were able to separate the business life from the personal life and know that we were working towards a common goal.
Now, can you really do that? I mean, when you first went into the business, I imagine you're still at home. You're still
Absolutely.
at home. So you're at home. Norm's at home. Dad's at home. Mom's at home. You all come home from the office, and you're sitting around the dinner table. What's the dinner conversation? Is it always about the business?
Well, always I told them that, look, our family bond must be strong, and this is the success for you. If business is like a bird, and it has two wings, and you are both of one wing is Imran, the other wing is Noman. So if you will have to go, otherwise business cannot take flight.
So how do you settle any disputes or disagreements in the family business? Because when you're going home, you're going to take those differences of opinion home with you as well. So at the office, I would love to believe that in all this time you've never had a disagreement about a business decision, but it would happen in just regular course of business. So first of all, how do you settle it, Imran?
So I think the point that you've brought up is that there are disagreements all the time, and the reason for that is that we're all different, and that we all bring a different perspective to the conversation. And what we've decided from a very early stage in the business is that we need to establish mentors in our business, and any business should. You need to have a proper banker and an accountant and a lawyer, and one key element is an advisor, someone that you can go to when there is that dispute for resolution and say, these are the arguments, why don't you air them with us and tell us what's the common sense here and what's the logical approach.
Mashkur, did you ever pull out the dad card? Did you ever say, look, I'm the dad, I've founded this business, you two are going to do it exactly the way that I want?
No, not such an opportunity I could have. but the difference, they would resolve very smoothly and easily. And they understand. And I think I am very proud of them to understand what the nature of the business should be.
Right. So that's great that you're still involved in the business, and that, because I know I've talked to so many family businesses, and when the parents hang around the business, the children, whether it's sons or daughters that are running the business, they always feel like, mom and dad are watching me all the time. But I think what you've got is a great combination here, because you all have your own areas of expertise. And you just let each other do the job.
It's still sometimes they need some advice in technical know-how or something.
Right.
I have to go and I have to do that thing.
So you're still there for them.
Yeah.
And you'll always be there for them.
I'll always be there.
So Dad comes into the office from time to time, and he'll pick up a newspaper and a paycheck, so he does his contribution, right?
Well, that's wonderful. And thanks so much for the two of you coming in and chatting with us. Mushkar, great to see you, meet you, and Imran, great to see you again.
Thank you.